Hey, we're here at GDC, and we're sitting down with Umbrella again to take a look at another one of their upcoming games. This one's called Magic Mountain, and you were saying it's sort of like a spin-off of sorts from Down the Mountain, or uses the same...
Kind of the same graphics, and it has the mountain in the name because, you know, all the blocks, the levels, how they look, it's going to feel like you're in a mountain. So we kind of worked with that, but we wanted to do an RPG, and we wanted to do a story-driven RPG.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a Zelda meets Final Fantasy.
Okay.
And we're aiming on like 24-hour games experience. So we're hoping that this can be end of the year. So we still got a lot to go on this one. But here's your character. Basically, his name is Strong.
Okay.
He's going to be the character you play through, and he wakes up in this, you know, mysterious world.
Yeah.
And this one just goes through your game mechanics. It's tap to play, so you kind of tap to move forward.
Oh, cool.
And you know, he's the main character. As you know, you'll be able to pick up new characters as you go, and we designed it kind of in mind where instead of having these RPG where you just have to click on a bunch of stuff in the beginning and you kind of get lost, we created a story that the beginning of the story is part of the tutorial.
Okay.
So it doesn't feel like you're playing a tutorial, but it kind of is. The first 10-20 minutes of it. Kind of stole how they did Mario, how they learn people how to play the game in the right way. So, you know, there's chests you can pick up, you know, cheese is for health. So here's like the first character that you're gonna talk to in the game, and his name is Soma. He's a part of the story, and he's gonna be sort of your tutorial guidance guy, but he's also a big part of the full story that's gonna be revealed. So I'll play here so you can go to a battle. You're just gonna have to go pick up your first weapon. So it has great sound and great music, and you know the story is really cool. It has a lot of twists to it.
It's interesting how there's the little bite-sized levels too.
Exactly. So you're going in and out of all these levels. They might not always just have one in and out. They might have a bunch of different exits. So you know that you have to kind of go through. And you actually picked up your first weapon now, so you can go kind of see your stats here.
Oh, neat.
It's like an RPG. You just picked up the rusty sword. So with a sword, you can actually start chopping trees and find secret paths.
That's cool.
To kind of get out of here. And you know, and this is going to be your first guy that's going to join your team. So you know, Soma has joined your team. So in battles, all your team members will be able to get out of the war. So right now you'll see that you have picked up him. He's a few levels ahead of you, so it's a little stronger.
Is there like a certain party size you can have, or?
You can be 3 in a battle, but we're going to have 9 main characters.
So you can kind of choose who you want in your party to battle.
Exactly. So he will pop down many times to just kind of go over a few things with you as you play. So we're going to encounter our first enemy.
Oh, neat.
So the board is basically 3 squares, 3 squares.
Okay.
And sometimes there's 1 enemy, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. And you're only 2 guys now, but you will be able to fill out your board, and you'll be able to choose which one to put in your battle, depending on what kind of monsters. So you just select your attack, tap the monster, and you attack. And up there you see whose turn it is, so you can be kind of strategic about, okay, what am I going to do next with my character? So his turn to attack, and you know, further in the game you'll get you know, ranged weapons, and depending on which square you're on, you have different strengths. So this one is better for like a range attack, and this one is better for a melee attack. And then back here it's kind of like you're harder to die, but you know, both your attacks are kind of weaker. So let's kill this guy. We have to heal him, so pick a cheese. You know, heal your character, and you know the game will have a ton of items, a ton of skills, a ton of magics, and all that. But you know, since this is just the beginning of it, you know, there's nothing more to it right now. And the idea is that we want to show you this right now as the beginning of the game, and then at PAX in Seattle, we'll come and show you further in the game, where you know, where we'll have different environments like caves and houses, and, you know, a bunch of different monsters, and I mean, as far as the demo right now, it's going to be kind of this pace that we're going through.
It's the early going.
Exactly.
Well, that's cool. I think it gives a good idea of what it's going to be like. So
exactly. And this last thing I can show you, pretty fun, is how you can put your characters in different positions. So, you know, since meal attack is better here, you can drag and drop your character before your attack. So by that, you can strategically put your characters on the board where you want them to be, and depending on their health, you might want to move them further back.
Oh, it's really cool. Hardcore later.
So we got some, you know, hardcore hits, which is all random.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. So, and different skills will also show you enemy health.
Yeah.
So right now you can't really see it. So.
Okay.
And
it looks really cool. And so you said you want to have this out by the end of the year?
End of the year, we're planning on, because we're trying to be relevant, so we're trying to do all these small games in between as we're working on this big one, because this is kind of like a passion project for us, and we've never done something like it. So, you know, we definitely want to do it right and have a great story to it.
Sure.
You know, something a kind of classic for a mobile device. When you're thinking about kind of a Zelda Final Fantasy game for iPhone, I want you to think about Magic Mountain. To have that, you know, and a cool thing that we're trying to work on, but we don't know if it's going to work, is to be able to sell merch in the game. So depending on if you leveled up your character, you'll be able to buy a certain type of merch. So if you haven't leveled to that level, you won't be able to buy that kind of merch. So we're looking into those options. So, you know, if we get some fans that, you know, plays a lot and, you know, reach a certain level, they will be able to get t-shirts with a certain character.
Oh, neat. Okay. Well, it looks really good. And it was Magic Mountain, right?
Yep, Magic Mountain.
Okay. We'll be taking a look at this one as it progresses throughout the year.
Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome.